Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are here today for a special celebration of a brand new book release, Beginnings, and by the wonderful Emily Pickard. So let's welcome her. So,
Yay.
this heartfelt, romantic, and soul searching story follows Amelia on an epic journey across Ireland and complete with best friends, unexpected twists, and maybe even new love. So, so today we're sitting down with Emily herself to talk about her inspiration, her writing journey, and what's next. So let's bring her on. So hello, Emily. Thank you for being here.
Yes. Hello, Manuela. Thank you. And hello, everyone else. I'm so excited to be here and celebrating the paperback release anyway of Beginnings End.
That's great. And now I will ask you some questions so you can talk a little bit more about the book. And now, in the first place, I want to know what inspired you to write Beginnings End. Like, was it the story, the setting, or maybe something personal?
Yeah, actually, all of the above, I should say. I love Ireland. I love visiting there. Just so many wonderful places to see and describe and experience. Um, I've always wanted to go with my best friend specifically, so that was just kind of a fun, playing out of a wish. But it's also pretty personal. I did go through a pretty bad breakup. It's been a while now, but this was a bit of a catharsis for that, and some of the feelings Amelia shares, and even some of the things she says are things that I actually felt and wrote. I kept a journal back in that day and was just writing down different thoughts and feelings, and thought, this is a universal situation, heartbreak, things that end before you're ready for them. So maybe it could resonate with other people as well.
Okay, yeah. Now that you mentioned Amelia's journey through heartbreak and discovery feels so real. So, how much of her story was drawn from your own life?
Yeah, there are some parallels. I think it is easier, I should say, to write what you know and what you experience personally, what you know well. Um, so yeah, even some of her character traits were easy to pull from. She has brown, kind of curly hair, might look familiar. She's interested in publishing. She's in the publishing industry, and that is an area that I've worked in the past. So I could really describe some of her work, from a real place. Um, yeah, she lives in the Bay Area in San Francisco, and I don't live in San Francisco, but I live just south. Um, so yeah, I really tried to, as I was creating this piece and having definitely some fantastical things happen to her while she's traveling. Some of it is grounded in reality and things that I pulled from my own life. Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting to learn a little bit more about where does your inspiration comes from and how much of the writer a character can reflect. So I think it's very interesting to learn that. And with that in mind, I think that Ireland plays such a vivid role in the book. But have you been there yourself, and what made you choose that setting?
Yes, I've been there. I've been lucky enough to be there a few times. I do have some ancestry, like great grandparents, so farther back, but um, definitely have a personal draw. Um, just on a personal note, my sister did some her student teaching over there, and a good friend of mine did a student like an abroad student teaching. So I went to visit and just fell in love. So traveling even for that quick week, but then I've been back for longer extents where we land in Dublin, rent the car, drive around the whole island, seeing all the small towns in between. It's just there's so many great things to see, so many places. The natural beauty, being in Dublin, just that excitement, that the city life. But I love the architecture. Um, Trinity College. I just love all that history. Yeah, and I'm looking to plan my next trip here soon. So we'll see how soon I can make that happen. But I love it, and the warm welcome, the people, like everyone I met is just lovely.
Well, that's great. I think that your knowledge of the place can show in the book, so that's great. And now, like, we can talk to the readers. So, what do you hope readers feel or take away after finishing Beginning's End?
Yeah, I hope they've had obviously an enjoyable read. Feel like they did step into Ireland a bit, whether or not they visited before. Hopefully the way I described the settings help them feel like they've traveled there themselves. I hope they connect to the characters, to Amelia, to Kathleen, even others that show up. I think there are some universal themes. I know we already mentioned or touched on the heartbreak, but also being maybe dissatisfied with a current job or a current city or a town. I think there's times when we hit points where we're reaching for something else. Maybe we don't really realize it, but it's always good to keep dreaming, keep exploring. So I hope readers can really relate to the characters, and even feel like they're among friends maybe, or yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. And now that the book is out in the world, how does it feel? What are you most excited about?
It's all so exciting. Even the great promotional graphics that She Rises provided. I'm just so excited to really get it out there. I'm excited to share, to hopefully hold. I'm planning some book events that I would love readers to come to and just meet me, ask their questions. I would love people to reach out to me on my social media. I'm just excited. First time that this is a re-release of book one. But but this is my first novel, so I'm a new upcoming author. So hopefully this is just the start of much more and more excitement in general. I'm a big reader, but I love writing and just that creative outlet, and using the creativity, taking my brain to different places. Like when I was writing Beginning's End, I felt like I was actually, visiting Ireland, having those memories. I was describing the shops or the pubs they visit, and I just felt like I was in Ireland each time. And when you love to travel, that's a good way to do it. When you can't always buy that airplane ticket and make your way over there. So yeah, hopefully this is just the start of a whole lot.
Well, it definitely is an exciting experience. So it's great to know that. And now that, just to get people maybe know you a little better, I have some quick questions for you if you want to.
Yes,
So, first of
please.
all, I think a lot of people might be curious about what was your favorite scene to write?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, there is a pretty good pub scene. Maybe about halfway through the book, Amelia and Kathleen, they're best friends, but they have had some distance between them, more by miles, as in distance. Amelia had moved back home, so moved about 3 hours away, so they weren't seeing each other as much. Starting a new job, it's hard to keep touch. Or to keep in such close contact from long distance. So this trip is for them to just be in the same space again and kind of reconnect. And again, Amelia's been through a breakup that she's been kind of trying to avoid and not talk about, but Kathleen was kind of worried about her and wanting to just, make sure her friend's okay. So they finally have a point about halfway through their trip where they're sitting in a pub, just having a good time, drinking their whiskey and cider, and truths start to come out about how Amelia's feeling. She's met kind of her love interest, Patrick. she's met him by now, and maybe having some feelings that she's not ready for. And then Kathleen is starting to maybe reveal that she's not so happy in her situation. So yeah, they kind of have a heart to heart loosened up, by the liquid courage, so to speak. And it is actually a pub that I've been to in Greg's Namana, and it's a vibrant music scene. This actual pub and the town that they're in. So, and it was one of my favorite places to visit on one of my previous trips. So, trying, imagine myself, I have them, sitting at one of the tables that I could picture from before. Yeah, that one was fun.
And now that I am trying to imagine the scene in my mind, I'm curious if you have a dream casting for Amelia and Pedro.
It's funny, someone had asked me that once. And I was so like, if I would love it to be made into a movie, right? These kind of rom-coms, travel. And everyone I thought, like, I couldn't get the exact right Patrick and Amelia of current actors. But yeah, who and then I think of some actors are so well established that it's like I almost would want like a new up and coming actor to play them and become the new Amelia and Patrick. But yeah, I would so love that. Maybe some some up and coming Irish actor that could make his big debut as Patrick. And yeah, Amelia, they would, I guess you'd have to go for the curly hair, lots of curly haired actresses, or they could wear a wig or something. But yeah, that would be so neat to see that in film. I would love that.
Yeah, this would be amazing.
Yeah.
And now, a little bit more about your writing process. Do you prefer coffee or tea while writing?
Oh, I'm a tea girl. My
Me too.
Irish breakfast. I'm getting tied up. I will have coffee here and there, especially lattes. I think it's I like I need the cream in the coffee, but yeah, definite Irish breakfast tea. I was just actually, to celebrate this morning, I pulled out my special box of Bewley's tea that I had that I brought over from Ireland. Bewley's is one of my favorite spots, and it's in the book as well. So that's the pure stuff. I treated myself this morning for the release.
And maybe do you have a go-to writing snack or?
Oh, let's see. I try and keep it healthy. So sometimes I'll have a bag of of baby carrots for that satisfying crunch and a little sweet. But sometimes I do like the sweets. And I remember easy snacks are chocolate covered macadamia nuts. Those are some of my favorites too. And just a little fun fact, my dad has lived in Hawaii on the Big Island in Kona for a long time now. He houses in the Bay Area in Hawaii, and so I go and visit him a lot. So I have some of that Hawaiian influence too. So chocolate covered macadamia nuts are the way to my heart. That's for sure.
Okay, that's great. Well, good to know that. And now that the last quick questions I have for you is, would you maybe ever take your own beginnings and style trip?
Oh, that would be, yeah. That's an interesting idea. A little work trip, research trip for the next one. Yeah. Oh, I would love that, because yeah, they start. I love start in Dublin, renting the car, going down around the island and up to the west coast. Yeah, definitely. I would.
Okay, great.
So you're giving me ideas now and excuses to go.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm living their footsteps.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to know that you have such a special connection to Ireland and all of these things that relate the writing process. I think it's very important and good to know that. And now for I want to take a moment to acknowledge what your book has accomplished, because it is the bestseller in the USA in four categories. We
Oh,
have
it
it
is. Oh
in
my goodness.
Kindle store, for example.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And we have it also in clean and wholesome romance for the Kindle store and for books as well. And it
Oh,
is a
that's
bestseller
great.
in women's fiction for books.
Oh my gosh. Yay.
That is
That is the best news. Oh, that is so exciting.
it is really exciting, and
Thank you for
that's
sharing
really
that.
amazing for you and for your book. So congratulations on that.
Oh,
And
thank you so much, and thank you to all to the readers um, who've made that possible. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying the story as much as I love writing it. And yeah, please reach out to me. Let me know what you think. If you have predictions, anything like that.
and the readers might be wondering what's next for you as an author.
Yes. Well, book two, Beginnings End, is a trilogy, and luckily, book two is already well in the works. I have a tentative release date of October 2025. So this year coming right up. So hopefully, by Beginnings End now, and no, you don't have to wait too long for book two to see how the story continues.
Okay, that's good. And maybe if there are some aspiring writers watching us today, do you have any advice to share with them?
Yeah, I would say just don't give up. Keep up what you're doing. It can be a long road. I'll share that. I think I actually started Beginnings End. I think it's been about 8 years now since I actually started the first manuscript. Um, and I mean, I loved writing it. So just write for your own creativity, your own pleasure, but you can also, have these hopes in the back of your mind. And I did. I submitted, I queried for a year, and then got some feedback, and then resubmitted. So just keep going. Take any feedback, positive and negative. At both, both are very both are crucial, I should say. And you can take some with a grain of salt, because not every book is for every person. So yeah, just kind of collect everything you can, keep writing, keep submitting, and you never know, it can just happen, um, kind of overnight. That's kind of what happened for me with my first publisher, and then now joining She Rises Studios. Yeah.
And that is
And
such a
good luck.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck for all of the aspiring writers. And I think
Yeah.
what you said about writing from the heart, it's very important because you can tell when someone does.
Yes, for sure. And we need so many stories. I mean,
Yes.
I'm a huge reader. I have so many favorite authors. So even if I'm, kind of, getting feeling a little of the writer's block, or just not feeling as creative, I'll pick up a book and just get lost in that. And then that, kind of can either, it's just a good outlet, or it can help, reinvigorate all
Mm.
that. But yeah, we need everyone's viewpoints and stories and style of writing even. And there's so many different experts on different countries, different cities, different areas. It's you can really tell, and it's so much more exciting when the author has really been to the place that the story's in, and can just describe, give you all the little tidbits, really, make you feel like you're in that setting. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. So, Emily, thank you so much for being here and for gifting us Beginning Sand. I think we can wait to see what's next from you. Thank you so much
Thank
for that.
you. Thank you, Manuel. It's been so nice talking to you today, and
Thank you.
everyone who's listening.
And now for everyone that is watching us, you should know that Beginning Sand is available now on Amazon. So go grab your copy and get swept away in this Irish adventure of love, friendship, and most importantly, finding yourself.
Most importantly, yes, so
Thank you once
excited.
again, Emily.
Thank you, Manuela.